have so much and yet so little. The days and weeks turn to years before we know it.
Yes, I can hardly believe that we're here waiting for graduation to begin, as so many others have before us.
Peggy, do you remember when we were just sophomores at Lee for the first time?
And how thrilled we were at being juniors. What fun we had at track meets and basketball games. Why, here comes one of our stars and two-year lettermen, Frank Surface.
Hey, do I hear someone talking about my favorite sport? I sure hate to see it end. We had a top-rate team last year and won the city championship. This year was great, too. David Thaxton, Hunter Allen, David Bedell, Larry Stanley, and Ben Crowder were the mainsprings of the team's success.
Before we knew it, we were at the very top of the Lee ladder as seniors, and we knew it was going to be our year.
At the very beginning, things were started off in the right fashion. Fine officers were elected in every club. Look, Bob, there's Mr. Mendoza, our assistant principal.
Yes, Peggy. The officers of our club were fine. They worked diligently and with a sincerity of purpose. Susie Lipscomb, president of the senior girls, Frank Surface, president of senior boys, Eugene Catterbob, president of student council, John McCarvey, president of honor society, and Carol Cole as president of Quill and Squirrel are just a few of the fine people who helped to make Lee the most outstanding school in Jacksonville.
The annual staff got right to work, too, with their assembly program. Boy, those dancing annuals were something. I can hear that song now.
Annual staff, it works and slides to bring this annual to you. So buy one and support your school. Make your payments, please do. We want to make this blue and gray something to remember. All you've done will be in here from June back through September.
Speaking of entertainment, the Forensic Frolics were the best we've ever had.
I want to make violent love to you. I want to date every night with you. I want to make hoop-dee-doop-dee-doop-doo and a kiss you in the pale moonlight dee-doop-doo. I want to make violent love to you.
Now I don't want to make you frantic,
And I don't want to cramp your style, but I'm in a panic.
You're driving me wild. I want to make hoop-dee-doop-dee-doop-doo and have a little it like you dee-doop-doo. I want to make violent love to. I want to make violent love to you.
The operetta, under the direction of Mr. Olson, was also a great success.
I am the very model of a modern major general. I do vivacious vegetable, animal, and mineral. I know the kings of England and that goes to fight the storm. From Marathon to Waterloo and Mordecai and Gordon. I'm very well acquainted too with matters mathematical. I understand equations both the simple and quadratical. About binomial theorem, I'm teeming with philosophy. Oh, a lot of news, with many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse. Many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse. Many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse. Many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse.
It wasn't all play, though, Bob. We had our classes to attend. I can still hear Mrs. Eccles' cheery bonjours every morning.
Bonjour, mes amis.
Bonjour, madame.
Eh bien, mademoiselle, comment se passe-t-elle la vie?
Bien, madame, tout va bien.
Et votre bon ami, cela marche toujours?
Oui, madame, tous les deux. And who could ever forget Macbeth?
Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand? I give up. Is it?
Or the eternal slide rule?
Mr. Bowman, the slide of my slipstick keeps coming out on the wrong end.
Of course, there was always something lively going on in chemistry.
Carol, peek and see what that boy is mixing now. It looks like that yellow stuff and green crystals. But, Carol, that can't be right. Put on your glasses and look again. Oh, let's go ahead and try it anyway. Well, okay.
Hey, Peggy, We certainly can't forget football, the most important activity of fall. David Bedell really did a fine job as captain. I'll never forget the great game we played against Landon.
It's the annual Lee Landon Classic, with Lee leading 13-7, just 40 seconds left on the scoreboard clock with playing time remaining. The Lee Generals lining up in a 6-2-2-1 defense at the moment. Out come the Landon Lions. They go into a Tennessee single wing with quarterback Mickey Deckman down under. Mickey gets that ball, fades back to pass, looking for a receiver downfield. He throws out into the flat, intercepted by Maxie Sermons, who's coming back down the near sideline. He's at the 40, at the 35, the 30. He's going to go all the way at the 15, the 10, the 5. Maxie Sermons scores for Lee, and the Generals lead 19-7.
The cheerleaders and the pep squad supported our team with wonderful spirit. When Thanksgiving rolled around, we were really eager for our holiday. The sponsors and escorts looked wonderful as they walked onto the field at the Lee-Jackson game.
Now at the halftime of the Lee-Landon game, the sponsors for the Lee Generals are coming out onto the field with their escorts. The sponsors are Kay Kirby, Carol Cole, Catherine Ball, and Ann Dizelle. And the escorts for Miss Kirby, Tommy Imeson, for Miss Cole, Ronald Papel, for Catherine Ball, Chris Ford, and for Ann Dizelle, Ricky Carroll.
We'll never forget that big dance that night when Pat Posey led us in singing 16 times. I think the whole school was there. We girls soon played copycats to you boys by presenting our annual Powder Puff game. We were pretty stiff and sore, but it was so much fun. We even made up songs for our own teams.
We are the girls of O'Powders, P-O-W-D-E-R-S. Our line may be lightest, but our backs are the brightest of any old team out our way, out our way. Muscles are sore from the exercise, E-X-E-R-C-I-S-E. Ben Gay smells the strongest, we practice the longest for P-O-W-D-E-R-S.
The time seemed to fly after that. Christmas crept up on us before we knew it. I remember the beautiful program we had the day school was out.
Yes, the holidays were fabulous, but as the old year disappeared and the new one arrived, school had to start again.
It was back once more, but we knew that half our journey had ended. I can still hear Mrs. Cone saying,
"Yes, it is red roses in January, again this year, but this time it's the end of an era at Lee. It is with a touch of sadness we say farewell to the mid-year class of 1956. A week of festivities comes to a close as the last mid-year class walks down the aisle, and thus end mid-year graduations at Lee."
The days sped on as usual and were filled with annual spring activities. The junior boys and girls fashion shows, the Miss Lee High contest, and the senior boys vaudeville all added fun and excitement to our last months at Lee. And now here we are, Our long-awaited moment has arrived. Oh, Bob, the line is beginning to move, and there go the senior class officers.
David Bedell as president and Ward Matthews as vice president sure made a fine combination.
And Ann Dizelle as secretary represented us girls.
Ben Crowder served us well as treasurer and helped make the calendar a big success.
We can't forget Raymond Arnold, our chaplain, and Gordon Harris, our sergeant-at-arms, of whom we are equally proud.
Our final words will be with our graduates. Tonight you've attained the goal you set for yourselves 12 years ago. While it is not our purpose to minimize your accomplishments, we fervently hope that you've already set higher and still higher objectives for yourselves in the years that lie ahead. By your efforts and because of your genuine merit, you've received our highest and final recognition and award. We beg you not to construe this as an act of severance, but to accept it as the strongest tie that we can use to bind you to us. Tonight you leave our classrooms, our corridors, and our campus. You're making way for tomorrow's children. Some of the spaces you leave will be taken, but be assured that your places in our hearts will be yours and yours alone, always and always. Be assured that wherever you go, wherever you are, our interest, our love, our prayers will follow. Go with God. May we bow for the divine benediction.
Yes, to thee, dearly high school, we proudly lift our eyes. We'll sing thy praise forever and bear thee to the skies. In all our years of gladness, in all our days of cheer, we'll cherish thee forever, our blessed mother dear.